Praises to the Most High Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, double honors to the elders and apostles of Jemas who well. Shalom to the hopeful elect. Today is pagan Eastern Sunday. And I was talking to some Jakes earlier, and you really get a feel for the spirit that Jake is in, you know. But even with all of this happening, you can see prophecy unfolding, and Jake understands to a degree that the society is collapsing, but he doesn't understand why it's collapsing, and he doesn't think about what's coming after, you know. And I just wanted to kind of show this videos. These Hamites, some of them might be Jakes, you know, but these Hamites in the land of Ham, that, you know, they're kicking up a storm.
You will definitely pack your load and go.
The European showed us Mary, son of Jesus.
And we are telling our people, a black man, you cannot serve a God that was given to you by your slave master. How is this possible? Think, Africa, think.
So we are seeing a shift here on the continent. The tides are changing, although slowly, but certainly. Africans are denouncing foreign religions. So Islam, Christianity, they are backing out and want absolutely nothing to do with it ever again. An awakening is going on, guys. Africans have been asleep for a very long time, but they are finally waking up. And we're talking about all across the continent. It's happening. I have two clips right here I'm going to put up for you guys to see from Nigeria here and from Congo. These clips are from. And this is...
And they're waking up, but they're not doing anything about them waking up. They have no real answers. All they know is that, you know, Esau's the devil. You know, they don't understand who's coming next. You know, they have no plans to actually lead their own people, because their society is corrupt to the point where their own leaders actually sell out to Esau. So even though they know the truth, in terms of their economy, in terms of the people that are running their country, they really have no answers. They really have no respite to the problems that they acknowledge. And I was talking to this Jake, man, and you know, he made to his credit, he made a lot of good points. He was like, I was talking to him about, you know, how women in this country do A, B, and C, and he was like, you know what I don't do? I don't engage in the system. If they try and take me to child support or whatever, I'll get a low paying job. I pay them. I work cash in hand. I don't even go court. I don't bother with these people. I don't let them come into my life. And I was like, right, and that worked for you? He was like, yeah, it worked for me. And you know, he was like he was so proud of himself. You know what I mean? He said, I believe in myself. And I said, you don't believe in God? He's like, yeah. But he's still a Jake, you know, where he's like, you know, he had a zeal of the Most High, but not according to knowledge. So he's saying he believes in the Most High, but he doesn't believe in, you know, living in accordance to law, statutes, and commandments. Man's got the tattoo, man's got the dreads, you know what I mean? But he did say a lot of sense, and there was another, I'm assuming he was a Jake, there was another Jake with me, and he was like, I was speaking to him, and it was like the other guy came, and he kind of, you know, he kind of led him captive astray, and he just led him elsewhere. And I went, because I was saying, right, you know what, you've made some good points, but whenever I said, it's like a lot of the times when you speak to Jake, you can kind of see that they make a good point, but whenever you make a good point, they never want to acknowledge it. So I'm saying, you know, you've come to the conclusion that, you know, Esau's a devil, you know, but you have no answers. You have answers for yourself. And I'm saying, what are you doing? Well, I'm doing A, B, and C. And I'm saying, okay, well, you have to pay taxes to these people. You have to live in these people's society. So either way, you're a slave. It's like, no, I'm not a slave. You're a slave. And I'm just looking at him like, bro, you have to pay taxes. You have to follow the laws of these people, even though you don't agree with it. You can't be a man on your own terms. You're literally learning to finesse a system because you are a slave. And Jake don't understand that. Jake really out here thinking he's free. When he really is a homeborn slave. It's like the delusion of these people. Like even you know, in this video, these people that are sitting there and rebelling against Esau, they're burning his pictures or whatever. But these people can still come into your country and do whatever they want. You're not free. Just because you know what Esau's doing doesn't mean you're free. The only freedom you have is through Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. And these people, they just don't get it. You know?
Happening because Africans.
And even that they got a woman speaking for them, it's just completely going off, man. Jeremiah 23:13. And I have seen following the prophets of Samaria, they prophesied in Baal, and they caused my people Israel to err. I have seen also in the prophets of Jerusalem an horrible thing. They commit adultery and walk in lies. They strengthen also the hands of evildoers, that none doth return from his wickedness. They are all of them unto me as Sodom, and the inhabitants thereof as Gomorrah. Therefore thus saith the Lord of hosts concerning the prophets, behold, I will feed them with wormwood, and make them drink the water of gall. For from the prophets of Jerusalem is profaneness gone forth in all the land. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, hearken not unto the words of the prophets that prophesy unto you. They make you vain, they speak a vision of their own heart, and not out of the mouth of the Lord. They say still unto them that despise me, the Lord hath said, ye shall have peace. And they say unto everyone that walketh after their imagination in his own heart, no evil shall come upon you. For who have stood in the counsel of the Lord, and have perceived and heard this word? Who have marked his word and heard it? Behold, a whirlwind of the Lord is gone forth in fury, even a grievous whirlwind. It shall fall grievously upon the head of the wicked. And back to that, back to that Jake I was talking to. He really believes, these Jakes really believe they're doing something. And he was even saying, he's saying if you have a kid, the best thing you can do in your situation is to have your woman get with a good man, because a good man is not gonna want your kid in the household, and your kid will end up returning to you. And I'm looking at this Jake like, Jake is, pardon my French, man, Jake is a fucking idiot, man. Jake don't live according to the scriptures, no way, no how. Because first off, if a woman has a child by another man, she shouldn't even be dealing with another man. First off, if her husband's there, she's supposed to put herself away, But you're looking at it like another man can come into your household and discipline your child and deal with your ex-woman. And that's the whole place is out of order. And Jake doesn't even look at it. They look at it like, oh, well, I'm doing the best with what I can. And the best with what you can is going back to the scriptures. But Jake don't believe that, And when I was talking about, I read the Bible, man said, I'm Christian. And every single time you say to Jake, you read the Bible, first thing they say is you're Christian. Which has nothing to do with nothing. Christians are the biggest hypocrites ever. You know what I mean? It's just like a way for Jake to be dismissive of anything that you're saying to them. Because Jake don't believe in the scriptures. Jake believe in their own power. Men said, I'm my own person. I'm my own, and you're looking at men like, bro, if your woman, if society really wanted to turn around, there's no recourse. You don't have any power in this society. Jake really fooled himself into thinking he has something. And that's why I love these prophecies coming to pass, because ultimately you're gonna see that Jake don't have no answers. All these little rastas on the side of the road smoking their little weed, thinking they're deep, getting blazed out their mind, thinking that they know something. Y'all don't know nothing, man. These rastas don't know nothing. They're not even men in the truth like that, because you look at them, you can tell these people are physically weak. All they do is smoke weed. They don't look after themselves. They don't exercise. They're not mentally stable in a sense. They just talk whatever rubbish they say because it sounds cool and it sounds slick. But when it really comes down to it, they don't have no answers. The same with these people in this video. They're saying all this slick stuff and they're burning all this stuff, but they don't really have no answers. Jake don't have no answers to nothing. The only thing that has any answers is the scriptures. And that's what they're saying. They say, Esau came and gave him the Bible. They already knew how to live. But if you knew how to live, how come Esau came in and took over everything you had? If you already knew how to live, you would have known how to deal with those people. The Lord, if you knew how to live, the Lord wouldn't have put you in a situation where these people can even come and mess with you. So clearly you didn't know how to live, because these people were sitting there praying to their ancestors, you know, burning wood and stone to these pagan gods, and they believe in, you know, African spirituality and all of that stuff. But these people did not know how to live. They're a bunch of heathens. Same thing with a lot of these Rasta man, you know, in the UK. They're a bunch of heathens, man. They believe in I Selassie I and all of this rubbish, and they think they've got some answers. You ain't got no answers, man. You look at most of these so-called Rasta man. I guarantee you, most of them can't even bench press 80 kilograms, and then they sit there like they're this strong alpha type man, and they rage against Esau, and they're these rebels, man. These niggas ain't shit, man. I'm getting real sick and tired of Jake thinking he got answers. He ain't got no answers, man. It's gonna be a short video. I'm not really gonna go on too long about it. Just a couple of scriptures. This is 2 Corinthians 4:1. Therefore, seeing we have this ministry, as we have received mercy, we faint not, but have renounced the hidden things of dishonesty, not walking in craftiness. Cause these people, they walk in the craftiness of their own heart. You know, you believe you're being slick with Esau. You know, your baby mom might put you on child support. So now, you know, you work a little job, you pay your little child support, and you work cash in hand. That's you being crafty and being dishonest, man. You know, and you think you're being slick, and you're getting one over, but the Lord gonna get you for your bullshit. You know, you ain't smart because you don't have no answers. All your answers got to do with you finessing the system. And the man sat there and he told me, oh, what I do for black people. I say, you ain't helping. He said, yeah, everything I do for black people. I'm like, well, what you done for me? What you done for any black person? I don't know you. Who are you? These people are so deluded in their own mind, man. They actually don't realize what kind of situation they're in. You don't have no power, Jake. This is why the Lord called Jacob a worm. You don't have no power. You know, the only power that you have is the Lord, and Jake don't want to hold on to that because they see Yahushai, by Hashem Yahushai, as a conduit, you know, as a messenger of Esau. So they don't believe in it. They think it's some pagan stuff. These times you believe in Selassie, you smoke weed with your dreads. You want to sit there, you want to drink and smoke. You you know what I mean? You don't want to look after yourself, but you think you're this deep guy. But have renounced the hidden things of dishonesty, not walking in craftiness, not handling the word of Yahweh nor handling the word of Yahweh deceitfully, but by manifestation of the truth, commending ourselves to every man's conscience in the sight of Yahweh. But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost, in whom the power of this world have blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Yahushua HaMashiach, who is the image of Yahweh, should shine unto them. For we preach not ourselves, but Yahushua HaMashiach the Lord, and ourselves your servants for Yahushua's sake. For Yahweh, who commanded the light to shine out of darkness, have shined in our hearts to give the light of the knowledge of the glory of Yahweh in the face of Yahushua HaMashiach. But we have this treasure in earthen vessels, that the excellency of the power may be of Yahweh and not of us. So we you know, you're in the truth. You're preaching the power of Yahweh. You're not preaching the power of yourself. You know we can't redeem ourselves. Jake out here really thinking he gonna go against Esau. He gonna rebel. You know, the society's gonna crumble, and what? They don't have no answers ultimately. They have a couple answers for themselves and how they manage to finesse and worm their way around this world. But even when you listen to what they're saying, all they're doing is like they're sly fox tricks. You're a little worm. You know, when you have real freedom, you don't have to play these stupid games. You don't have to work, you know, under the table to finesse the system. You can basically do what you want, and no one can't do nothing to you. So the fact that you have to do that shows that you don't have no power. But Jake sit there and he actually fools himself into thinking he has power, when everything you do shows that you don't have power. Because if you did, you won't have to do half the things you do. How are you gonna have power and say, right, you don't have to answer to no one, but you don't want to work, you know, legitly and get paid through tax, because you know these people are gonna take your money because you got a baby mommy on child support. If you got power, you'll work and no one can't take your money. You don't need to work under the table, because if you work under the table, you're gonna work certain types of jobs, and you're not really gonna earn no big money from that. But Jake could sit there and really think he's finessing the system. You're finessing your own damn self. You're tricking yourself out of your own power, because to you, that this fucking demonic force Esau, you think he gave you the scriptures. And if he did give you the scriptures, he don't even follow it himself. So how did he give you something that he doesn't even follow himself? You talk to most of these Jakes, man, and yo, I fucking hate Jake, man. Jake just a constant vexation, you know. You talk to the average Jake, you actually realize Jake's a fucking idiot, man. Like, you don't. Jake does not have any answers. The only answers in the scriptures. And when this world crumbles, Jake's gonna turn around and they're gonna seek all the people who try to talk to them about the light and Yahweh Shai, and they're gonna try and light them. They don't even have dry wicks. They don't even have a wick. You know, they're gonna try and come to you and try to be, oh well, what did you say about Yahweh? Because Jake don't have no answers. The only answers are in the scriptures. It deals with everything in this world. You know, I don't really want to, go on too much about that. But just, man, Jake is vexing, man. All praises to the Most High Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Jeremiah. Well, shalom to the elect.